Hey, what's up everyone? Pastor JAMZ here back with another review, and today we're doing a special video. This is actually going to be a classic review, although I've done those before in the past. This one is dedicated to my grandfather, who unfortunately and sadly passed away on March 17th, 2019. So on Sunday, it is going to be 5 years of his passing. And I was really dwelling on making this video, kind of figuring it out and trying to see if I wanted to do it on the anniversary of his passing or on his birthday. So I decided to do it on his 5 year anniversary of his passing because it's just celebrating his life and the wonderful man that he was, and just he means a lot to my family and me personally, and it's just I really think that it kind of dives into my review and my feelings towards the album and the music that he loved, of just listening in general. Yeah, growing up, he was a very family oriented man. Just cookouts and gatherings, family gatherings, and he would listen to this music. My dad would put music on for him, and just we listened to this album, or this compilation, I should say, just all the time, and I never really listened until his passing. And especially after COVID, I really started diving into music of that he loved, his favorite artist, who is a part of this group La Lomora, and just listening and really getting the message in general. Like, yeah, I've heard it before, but I never really listened, like I said, until this, unfortunately, of his passing. So I wanted to do this review dedicated to him, and let's dive into it. So, Los Invasores de Nuevo León, a group that has a member that is his favorite artist, Lalo Mora, but the who is lead singer, by the way, who formed Los Invasores with Javier Rios back in 1980. And unfortunately, Lalo Mora left in 1993 to kind of pursue his solo career, kind of more of a solo thing, leaving the band. But Los Invasores de Nuevo León are still present and still making music to this day, and are actually coming to my town this weekend. And I thought that was really interesting. However, I don't think La Lamona is going to be there, unfortunately. But his my grandfather's favorite album or CD from them is Quince Boleros de Oro, released in 1995. There are sources that say 1991, but I think that's just because they like Lalo Mora left in 1993. However, YouTube says 1994, and Spotify and Apple Music say 1995. So I'm just gonna go with that. I mean, who cares, right? It doesn't really matter. As long as we got this amazing compilation album, that's all that matters. Of course, the group, I should say, is from Nuevo Leon, Mexico, and we're looking at 15 tracks and 43 minutes of greatness. I mean, they don't call it Quince Boleros de Oro for nothing. Boleros, or bolero, I should say, are sophisticated songs and lyrics dealing with love. And I think Lalo Mora and Javier Rios really changed, like, not really changed, but they compiled together some of the strongest and most amazing tracks, sentimental tracks, that they have ever made throughout the years. Yes, this is a compilation album, so I mean, take it as you will. I mean, this is a classic review. Like, I'm not saying that it's the most amazing and comprised album they ever made because it's a compilation. I'm just saying that it's something that is definitely worth checking out, and a compilation of their best work ever. So, I mean, the like I said, Boleros dealing with very sophisticated lyrics and love. However, I do think that in sense of the production, I'll get that out of the way. I mean, it's very straightforward. It's norteño music. It's very heavy with the accordion, very heavy with the cowbell, I guess I should say. I don't really know how else to explain the um, percussion instrument that kind of keeps everything moving along. It's not necessarily something you dance to, but it is very. I mean, it keeps the track moving along. However, the album is very accordion heavy, which is nothing bad. It's amazing. There are senses of the accordion really being. I mean, you can get really tired of a certain instrument, right? However, I think that the group does a really great job of utilizing the accordion in different sounds. Like, for example, the accordion is very heavy and different in tracks like Para que te explico, track number 8, Derrotado Corazon, track number 10, Me refiero a ti, and track number 12, Corazon de Oro. Of course, since it's accordion heavy, I mean, to me personally, I think it's one of the most interesting instruments out there. However, those tracks, you can really tell that they try to do a spin on things, try to make the sound a little more different for the accordion, and I appreciate that a lot. And then, not to say that there's other instruments like the acoustic guitar, and there are instances where, I mean, the acoustic guitar is present throughout the whole album. However, it's very dimmed down since the accordion is like the main stage here. And however, like the acoustic guitar, you can hear it more noticeably in tracks like number 5, El Amor de Nosotros, number 6, Para que te explico, like I said, and track number 15, Que Caso Tiene. I think in Que Caso Tiene, the last track on this thing, the instruments are very hard hitting, especially in the beginning track, and I thought that was an interesting choice by them, especially putting it at the last track. Kind of going out with the whole big bang sort of thing. However, I gotta take a deep breath for this one. The instrumentation and the production, yes, it's very amazing, it's beautiful, and it's very moving, I should say. But the what really makes this album and compilation stand out are the lyrics and the vocals of Lalo Mora and backup vocalist Javier Rios. The themes, the lyrics in general, it's very moving, poetic, emotional, sentimental, everything from start to finish. There is not a single bad track on here that you say like, oh, like, yeah, that wasn't really that good or whatever, or like, oh, let me skip that. There's always one that like, oh, let me skip this one. No, from start to finish. I mean, they call it 15 boleros de oro for, I mean, they don't call it that for nothing. From start to finish, it's very moving, emotional, sentimental. The lyrics on here, like for example, I want to talk about track number 7, La Vieja Banca, where Lala Mora is essentially talking about, there's an old bench in front of a church. He is, there's this love of his who is going away, who had promised him that, they were going to be together or whatever. She leaves him in front of this church, in front of this bench, and now he is alone. He has gone down this dark path, and he is afraid to go back to that place because of the bench asking him like, where's this chick at, like, where's she gone. A lot of, might I add, a lot of these lyrics throughout the tracks, I do notice a lot that he has, he talks a lot about his life being taken from him, or his life is not worth living anymore. And I know that sounds really depressing, but honestly, it's very poetic. It's very beautiful. And whenever he finds a love, or even in track number 10, me refiero a ti. I'm sorry. Uh, the track is about his father, the love for a father, and the love of a son to his father. So I know it's not the whole album. I mean, it's not always about, oh, a love towards another woman, or a love, like a love. Uh, no, track number 10, it's about the love for your father, and I love that. It's very interesting how he takes the bolero sense and, spins on it and makes a track dedicated to his father. And that track, very powerful, talking about how he is a shadow, kind of like a little plant, I guess you should say, in the shadow of this ginormous tree. The tree helps this little plant grow, and he dedicates everything, his own life, to his father and the love that he has for him. And he would not be the man who he is without him. And I thought that was very beautiful, very amazing. And then, track number 12, Corazon de Oro, where he has a love again, and he wants to do everything for her. The only thing he has to offer her is his eternal love and happiness and a heart of gold. Like I said, the whole album is very poetic, amazing, and just the way that him and Javier Rios present the album and the lyrics, it's something that I don't think can be matched today, especially even in like Spanish music. This to me is very underrated. I think that it's not very much appreciated in a sense. I don't see a lot of people talking about it, even in the sense of like an environment of like a Spanish environment or anything like that. It's just very confined to something like a hidden gem, and I think a lot of people need to try this out, even if you don't speak Spanish yourself. It's very beautiful and moving. And then the final track on here, track number 13, Avientame, which is probably, in my opinion, the best dang track on here. I mean, it is so emotional. The track essentially is about, he notices a change in his woman, and he knows in his heart that something's wrong. The heart doesn't lie, and if his very existence means nothing to her, then just throw him. Lalo Mora is telling this lady to just throw him away, kind of like a piece of trash, I guess. If his existence doesn't mean anything to him, if his love is meaningless, to just throw him like a stray dog on the street. And I think that I mean, how more powerful can you get than that? And in my opinion, that's my favorite track on this album. It's so, I mean, in Lalo Mora's voice, you can hear just the pure raw emotion. Not saying that he's gonna cry or whatever, although it does make you want to cry. Like, it's just you can tell he is easily. I mean, I can see why my grandfather, Lalo Mora was his favorite artist, and it's just pure raw emotion that I mean I'm so I'm amazed. I have so much praise for him that he is still alive, kicking today, making music and touring and stuff like that. But I'm going on 12 minutes here, and I just want to say that 15 Boleros de Oro, the compilation album released by Los Invasores de Nuevo León, and Lalo Mora and Javier Rios, straight 10 out of 10, classic stamp of approval by Past the Jams. And I mean, this was my first time reviewing an actual, Spanish heavy album. I was a little nervous making this, but I mean, 5 years of my grandfather's passing, I just wanted to dedicate this to him. I love him wherever you are, Grandpa. I know you're still listening to this, and still listening and cooking out with the music that you love and that you cherished. And I just wanted to make this for you. So, anyways, that is the review. Hope you all liked it. Check it out in the link in the description below for the album and my awesome jams. There are no sour jams. This thing is awesome straight to from start to finish. Hopefully, you are looking forward to the next review. Pass the jams out.